Today we are in between Lama di Peligna and Fara San Martino, and we're going to see a detached house that is just incredible value for money. Just wait while you see this one. So have I got a treat for you today? Today we're in a place called Corpisanti, and this is 7 minutes precise, 'cause I've just driven it and I didn't drive fast. 7 minutes outside Fara San Martino and less than 5 minutes outside Lama di Peligna, and it's called a frazione. Frazione is like a hamlet. And the property we've got for you today, oh my word, it's a huge detached property that obviously needs updating, but for this price, what would you expect? And it's just fantastic value for money. Beautiful location here. The roads are fantastic. I keep saying fantastic a lot, don't I? This takes you down to the Lake of Carsoli. You probably want maybe 15 minutes. You're down by the Lake of Carsoli. And the superb restaurant down there as well. And the property is this one. What about that? And yes, you guessed it right. The price is that I wrote. It is cheap, isn't it? It's unbelievable. It very much reminds me in terms of condition of the property that we bought. And what I love about this style house is the size of the rooms, the height of the ceilings. It's superb, absolutely superb. And the property starts, you can see the property next door, but those gate posts belong to the property next door. But from this black fence, comes all the way down here. All the way down here. Look at the views at the back as well. And comes right down to the gate here. How much property do you get for the money? And what a beautiful location. Peaceful, yet you're close to everything. Ski resorts, about 40 minutes away, maybe less. The number one ski resort, that is. Similar to the coast. Look at this little Cinquecento. Perfect timing. And outside those two fantastic towns. And then you can go down to the Lake of Carsoli, pop in and see Gabbio & Co. at La Taverna. Brilliant restaurant. And look at all this you've got around you. You've got the driveway, the garage belongs. This vine area belongs. I'm going to walk around the garden shortly, and then some land behind. Amazing. Amazing value for money. Great location. Obviously, it needs work, but you could actually, to be fair, you could move in and start doing it as you go along. So it's not that it's a sort of total ruin or anything like that. Nice little areas at the front of the house to do some nice flower beds and things. Also, this side of the house. And then this goes, I'll just show you quickly around this side, and then we'll do the rest of the garden so you can get all the way around the house. As you can see, there are rooms underneath as well. Let's head down into the garden area. So excited to show you this one. Oh, I thought I could get down this way. I can't. Oh, sorry. Another little area here where you could do flowers. Okay, let's head back down this way. Sorry, I'm going backwards and forwards quite a lot, aren't I? Okay, so into the back part we have this huge structure Obviously lots of space out here to you can bring a car down if you want to, but I think I would want this as some sort of outside space for dining and things like that. And then the drive, you can always bring a car that way. Look at the size of it from here. It's enormous. And there is actually a small roof terrace on top. I'll show you how you get access to that. It's not particularly great, the access, but it just shows that potentially you could maybe ask a geometer or somebody if you could make a bigger roof terrace up there. Maybe something you want to do. Garage. Looks like it's got an old heating system, so you do have to factor all of this kind of stuff into your budget, but the owners said that it works. Actually, it doesn't look that old. Then there is a hot water tank, so that's where you get the hot water. That looks fairly new, to be fair. But factor in all these kind of costs for a place like this. But as I mentioned, the price is just incredible. And this is a good 4 meters by 4 in here. Great garage space. You could possibly do something with this huge monstrosity and maybe make some more living space. Obviously we'd have to check with the local council as to whether that could be done. Loads of scope. And then down here, I'm going to show you these downstairs areas first before we head up into the house. You have a kitchen with a pizza oven. These kitchens are often used when people are working out in the campagna, in the countryside, and they'll come back and they'll eat here rather than going up into the house. That's traditionally what they would use these places for, hence 2 cookers. You've got to love Italians, haven't you? 2 cookers and a pizza oven. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. This also has a bathroom, very handy. And then this looks like a storage room, which it is. Keep your bottles of wine in there. Great spaces, all very usable. And this room is a good, I have remembered my measure, but I've left it upstairs, so I'm not stopping the video and doing it again. I'm sorry, I'll do it upstairs. But this is a good 1, 2, 3, almost 4 meters by 4 again, as near as damn it. But great space for when you're down in the garden. You don't have to go back upstairs. These walls are really thick, so it's looking like a stone property. And then all of this driveway belongs, looks like you've got vines or something, or some old vines possibly growing there. That would look amazing, wouldn't it? This is just obviously they've had this probably for chickens and things like this. I can't imagine this being on the documents. Just a lean-to. Potentially that could come down, you could park a car in there. Then this is huge. The potential in here, especially if the council would allow you to. I'll see if I can get that open shortly. I'm not going to do that too much. Actually, let me just see if I can. Oh no, this is the wrong. I thought I brought the stand that extends. I thought I was going to get it up above the door. Let's have a look, see if I can get in this one. These again are all little chicken sheds and things like that. Personally, things like this I would possibly get rid of and make things a little bit nicer out here. But the space, as I mentioned before, is just amazing. And look at the size of this. Oh my word. Obviously needs attention. You can see a bit of daylight through there. But it's been stood up for many years. Obviously kept animals down there. And this is just, well, this is more than half of it. But you're getting the idea what the other side's like as well. Huge. Huge. The potential in there. What would you do in there? If it could be made into habitable space, that would be fantastic. But this is a good, we've got 2 meters behind me, another 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, it's got to be 10 meters easily. 10 meters by a good 1, 2, 3, 5. Huge potential. And then imagine all this all done out really courtyard style. Maybe summer kitchens in there, I don't know. What would you do? You could just play around with it and have something incredible. And then down here, and look at the views up to the mountains as well. Wow. Down here we have another garden. It's not huge. You can see where it goes to here. And then just down into this corner, the bottom here. And then goes to, I'm guessing, I need to collect the documents on this one because it's brand new, where this telegraph post is here. So just to where this cement. So just down here. But a perfect size for growing something, growing vegetables if you like that kind of thing, or just a beautiful garden. And these views, these are stunning. Absolutely stunning. You have the town of Gessopalena, which is, when I find it, is roughly straight ahead on the hillside there. And then you have Torricella on the other side, over that side. But your local towns would be Fara San Martino, Lama di Peligna. Then obviously from Fara you've got Palombara, you've got Carsoli, and then heading towards the coast. Or heading towards Lama di Peligna, then you've got Palena. Then you have places like incredible Pesco Costanzo. Then you're up into the main #1 ski resort at Roccaraso. You've got so much here. So much. Then it's time to look at the house. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, so back to the front of the house, and we're ready to show you inside. And just wait while you see this. So we have a nice hallway, beautiful entrance. I actually love these old floors, and they've carried it on up the stairs as well. I wouldn't change them for anything. Italians seem to go through a painting sort of halfway up. I know us Brits used to do that at one point. We used to have what they call a dado rail and then wallpaper underneath. But I think if this was just painted all one colour, it would look superb. Great size hallway. Close the door behind me. So the electrics do work, but obviously it is of a certain age. Some elderly couple lived in here, but put it into your budget that everything could do with an update. But look at the size of this. And look at these beautiful, I actually like these floors, even though they're different. They match, because they're all sort of green speckles, which sounds vile, but believe me, it's beautiful. And look at this. The size of this room. I always manage to sneeze just at that moment. I love these doors as well. But this room is huge. There are so many mirrors in this house. We've got a new game on this channel where spot the Dave in the reflection. So I've got to really work on showing this house off and staying away from the reflections. Very childish on this channel. Let me give you an idea of the size of this. They certainly liked green, didn't they? Anyway, 5 meters 16 in that direction. And then the opposite wall, 4 meters 73 in that direction. So this is a huge room. Beautiful high ceilings as well. They've got to be 3 meters. I would say, or not far off. And the other marvellous thing about this house, let me just tell you, obviously windows, like everything else in the property, it is old, so they would need, they're not double glazed, they're single glazed, but they're still really nice. To be fair, if it keeps the rain out and everything else out, then why change it? They do have shutters on the outside, and some of them do have fly screens. They may not be in the best condition, but it's still there. Obviously the heating system is old, so would need doing. You always get problems like this. I got this in my house as well, where it's the wrong plaster to use on, especially if it's stone or brick or whatever. I've got a feeling it is stone, but really this needs to come off and be done with something that's going to help it breathe. And also outside, well now actually they've done the outside, so it's probably old problems. But you do find this a lot in houses here, but it's quite easy to resolve, in fairness. There's no sign of it anywhere else in the house. But look at this. There may be a little bit of wind blowing across. I'll rephrase that, because I've got all the windows open. But just look at the views. Absolutely stunning. And the hill just over the top of this olive tree that belongs to somebody else. Just behind that hill is Carsley. But you can see all of this. You can see where the land goes. It includes this building here, and then that's the garden behind and the huge garage. And next door's house is really nice as well, and they're really nice people. Just met them today. Stunning. And also from the kitchen, which you'll see shortly, you can come out of the kitchen. This is the stairs you can come down, because I can't find the key for the door up there that leads down to the rooms that we saw downstairs. Amazing. Okay. Then we have, careful not to get me in the the reflection. Quickly show you, obviously, the street view. Back through the beautiful hallway and into the kitchen area. Now they have put a dividing wall up here, but this can come out. This was a traditional thing to do in Italy. I've said this on a few videos, where they decided that people shouldn't see you cooking. So you should be hid away whilst cooking. So lots of people did what they call angolo cottura, a cooking angle. But I would definitely open that back up. So I'm going to give you the measurement as if it was open, because you've got this area, you've got a beautiful fireplace there in the corner, and then this kitchen area here. Again, as you can see, sorry, I've got some flickering going off with this light. Let me find, I think the light switch is actually, some lights affect the video, some don't. Let's just get rid of that one in the kitchen. Okay. But as you can see, it is basic habitable. Somebody did live here at the end of the day. It is basic, but you can, at least you can get in and start, especially if you're a little bit handy, start doing a little bit of work yourself. Here's a little, oh, it's not little. The people must have been tiny that lived in here. Maybe it was a hobbit house. But a great bit of storage. Using every part of the house, and why not? And this is, I would take, I don't think there's any need at all for this, personally. I would prefer to have a little terrace off the kitchen, so you could sit out here and have your coffee in the morning. Just get rid of this, because again, you've got those stunning views. But this leads down to the staircase that I pointed out before, and obviously down into those other areas. Let me give you a measurement of this kitchen. I'm sure some of you have got, we're going to have me on reflections. I've just found another mirror that I didn't see before. There's people that actually look for me in these videos. I don't know. Anyway, 4 meters 65 in that direction by, let's head on this one, by 5 meters 20 in that direction. So again, imagine this as a huge kitchen dining room. And then that other room could just be a huge lounge. For me, that would just be, even though it looks beautiful as a formal dining room, but I think just as a lounge, that would be amazing. Okay, and the road outside, just to let you know, I've just heard a car go past now. It is such a quiet road. So I've been here now probably an hour and I've maybe seen 4 cars that go past. So now I've said that, there's going to be about 50 cars past, but we'll see. Look again, beautiful stairs, everything's so bright. That's why I'm not sure if up here is stone. I have to do some tests, I think. It does seem that kind of age where it would be, but the walls up here don't seem thick enough. But anyway, it works exactly as it is. So another beautiful hallway. I'll take you up those stairs shortly. Little balcony. I do love these for flower pots. Claudio, the agent that I deal with over this side in his car. Don't worry, I'll do the work. Must be a thing with agents here. I like to do a lot of sitting. Beautiful views. So far as San Martino is over this hill. But you're really close. As I said this morning, it took me 7 minutes in the car from Far San Martino to this house. And less than 5 to Lama. So, this originally was 2 beds, plus the areas downstairs, but they needed an extra one. So, where this bedroom would have probably started from here and been one massive bedroom, they've split it up and got a smaller single bed. But maybe this could be an office or similar, nice and bright, or maybe you have grandchildren or children. This, just to give you an idea of size, is 3 meters 33 by 2 meters 50. But these walls here, I'm guessing are what we call tramezzi. I'm guessing, obviously that does need to be checked. But I quite like it because it's still a great sized double bed. If you leave that room as it is, and at least you've got a spare one. I mean, this is a huge, this has got 3 beds in it. But to me, putting a double bed possibly this way or against that wall, this is plenty big enough. Give you a measurement on this. Sorry if there's a little bit of wind coming through. 2 meters 86. Let me close this door behind me and that might stop. 2 meters 86 by 5 meters. I've just backed up into the door I've closed. Mirror there, look. Again, all this typical old flooring. And again, we have double glazed Daves, we have the shutters, no fly screens on this. But another beautiful balcony, and the views just keep getting better and better. Look at this. And what weather we're having recently. It's the 6th of November and it's got to be 20 degrees Celsius today. Beautiful. Okay, so that's this bedroom. Just moving that away so you don't get me in the mirror. It's actually going to be quite tricky soon because there's a corridor with a mirror at the end of it in the bathroom, so I'm going to have to think good about how I'm going to avoid that. So that's that's 2 bedrooms. As I say, you could potentially take that out, but I quite like this setup. Then we have a great sized bedroom at this side. So this again is 4 meters by, get a rough idea on this, by 3.5 meters. Superb. Give you the full look around. These windows are older windows, so there is a bit of a mix. Some older, some newer. Scared the life out of me. And then we have this corridor that has the bathroom at the end. I just want to show you the I reckon this was probably one room before, and then they've added this in to make a corridor because the tiles are the same. Notice I'm showing you the tiles so as not to show you me in the mirror. You're not going to get me. There. And then look at the size of this bathroom. Looks like at some point in the past they've had some sort of infiltrate. This is the fireplace down at the bottom, so sometimes you have to get somebody up there just to go around the chimney just to make sure it's all okay. But again, to be fair, this price is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, it really is. Great value for money. So this is 5 meters again by 193. Brilliant size. And it's got a full-size bath. It's got a shower. It's that time. This is a one very, very comfortable Dave shower. I wouldn't say 2 Daves, one very comfortable, or 1 Dave and 1 Sylvana. So a more than big enough shower. And then you got a washing machine in here as well. You got the sink with the mirror. And then we've got yet another balcony. And this is great for hanging clothes out when you use the washing machine. Just look at we don't need dryers in Italy. Why would you have a dryer in Italy when you've got this beautiful weather? Absolutely incredible. Looking towards the coast down that way. Can't see the sea, but oh my word, the views are absolutely stunning. They really are. Incredible. And then the last thing to show you is just a little access point. Oh no, sorry, there is another little thing to show you. Another little bathroom. This is a groovy bathroom because it's up these stairs. The door's a little bit low. I'm just about touching my head now. I'm 6'1". But then it's higher inside the bathroom. It's actually all right. It's actually, I would put a shower in here and you've got yourself another bathroom. So up here, 2 bathrooms, 2 beds, no, 3 beds. It does have a window, so it's light enough. It's actually very usable. And then here, this is a little bit strange, but here you go up. This is a bit low to get in. There's some storage with some Christmas tree decorations in. And then here is access through a very small door, so I'm not going to go through there, I'm afraid. The same views as downstairs, but obviously a little bit of a roof terrace up there. But I would speak to a geometer to see if some of this could be, I don't know, what you could do to make easier access up here. I don't think it would ever be easy, but it's still storage. And to be fair, the balconies from the bedrooms and from downstairs are amazing, so there's probably no need to spend money on that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What value for money? Do you like that one? Shall we do final thoughts? Let's do it. So my final thoughts, it has to be that word. It has to be the stunning word. What incredible value for money. What a super-sized property. That is just, I just love it. The location is brilliant. The view's amazing. The space is amazing. The price is incredible. Yes, it needs work. Yes, it needs doing things to update things and to make things how you potentially want it, but you could still get in here. That's the great selling point of this, is you can get in. and just work your way through it. Because believe me, properties of this size, they're not easy to come by at this price. You'll have noticed that browsing on the internet. Unless you're going into deep south Abruzzo or heading into Molise, very difficult to get properties of this size. Then you've got all the space downstairs, you've got that garage downstairs, you've got the other room with the fireplace and the bathroom downstairs. You've got 2 bathrooms up here. You've got that enormous detached garage. It's just, there's just so much space. Would you keep the room behind me as a single bed and a double? Or would you look to possibly even having one enormous room here with an ensuite? There's so much to do. Not so much to do, so much to think about. This place is just incredible. So folks, thank you so much for your usual support. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. It really does help the channel like you wouldn't believe it. And if you're looking for early access to all of these property videos and extra property videos, take a look at our Patreon page. It also includes chat rooms and all that kind of thing. But you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Whatever you're doing, stop. Send an email to info@ahomeinitaly.com. And do not miss this one.